Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite dark sorcerer here. Tonight, as promised, I am going to be showing you how to charge a totem, amulet, or talisman. As I stated in my last video, there are many different methods of doing this. Every philosophy, every coven, every type of magic or mystical working path has their own unique way of doing things. All right. Now, a lot of people, when they hear the term soul, the term ka, okay? Hey, Jack, what's going on, man? Now, tonight, basically, the soul is one method, it is a technique that can be utilized. It is a powerful tool that can become a weapon. It is something very powerful that it can actually heal an individual. Or you can charge up a stone. Okay. Now, this is a brand new stone that I just picked up earlier today. Okay. I was out and about with my family and we took my son to KFC. His first time there. Loved everything about it. Okay. It was mostly the trucks and stuff coming through the drive through. But still, great food, great family time. And then after we were leaving, we are heading home, and my son's mom asked me, "What would you like to do now? Is there any other place that you'd like to go?" And since we were on State Street, one place came to mind, and that was a new metaphysical store, a new occult store. And it was called Charmed, okay? Charmed in Brewer, okay? Now, of course, when you get underneath Facebook, you type in Charmed and Brewer, and nothing comes up. So you have to actually look them up on Google before you go into their Facebook page. So it was interesting. So, anyways, I walk in there. The first thing I see is a bunch of herbs. Okay, I'm talking herbs. I'm talking incense. Candles and all this other stuff, along with amulets, but mostly rocks and stones. Now I spent a good probably 10 to 15 minutes just walking around. I was talking to a member of this store. She's one of the members. She's been turns out she's been basically a about a 20-year, plus practitioner, which is awesome. Okay? I like talking to her. She's one of those white witches. She was pretty cool. You know, She liked being it because she was trying to compare Buddha to Jesus Christ. Okay. Of course, as a black magician, I found it comical. But here's the kicker. It got me thinking about the soul, okay, and what it can be utilized for. Now, as I've stated already, it can heal, it can destroy. A soul is a living thing. The only thing that will destroy the soul is something more powerful, and or if it just simply wishes to cease existing. Okay? Now, here's the kicker. Sorceress Cagliostro the Necromancer. Okay? She wrote this Blood Sorcery Bibles, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Okay? And she discusses what the soul can do and what a necromancer can do. Okay? Now, what's ironic is that as soon as I got home, a brother and sister of mine, very good friends of mine that I'm happy to call coven members and friends, decided to hit me up. They are necromancers out of South Africa. Okay, and they have their own business, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Now, here's the funny thing, everything seems to be tied around the soul. It seems to be earthbound. It seems to be about necromancy and chiromancy. And the funny thing is that everything can be traced back to the ancient days of nigromancy, meaning the art of black magic. Okay. But also, chiromancy means spiritual traversing. Okay. You're calling upon spirits and you're utilizing your own spirit to reach out to them. Now, what's ironic about this is that tonight I was planning on doing a little ritual with a new totem. Okay. Now, as I said, totems can be big, they can be small, they can fit in the palm of your hand, like an altar coin, maybe a quartz crystal, or even a martial art tool for self defense. Non violent, but intimidating nonetheless. Okay. Now, tonight, I'm not going to show you my current work and what I'm getting in and what I've been up to as of late. Okay. But and I'm not going to use this one at all either because of the fact that I want you to see what I'm going to do with this one. All right. Now, now that this little story is over, I want to get into why I chose the soul and utilizing this stone. Now, as you know, I was at this store and this rock literally was speaking to me. It jumped out at me. $8. That's all it was, $8. Perfectly smooth. It's in great shape. It's well rounded. And yet this one here spoke to me. It was on the same harmonic frequency, the harmonic tone. Okay. And it was something that really spoke to me. So after I left, we came home. And like I said, my friend got in touch with me. So what I'm going to show you is when we get into this, you're going to notice that the soul can energize things. You'll probably feel the power radiating through you. Maybe you're going to feel the vibrations or even see it within the candles. Candles flames, the incense smoke even. Okay? But here's the kicker. A lot of the world sees it as God's the only way. Nothing can be done without his help, his willingness to help you. Okay, which is why they pray to him all the damn time. Okay. Buddha, on the other hand, was a being of peace, self-reflection, meditation, enlightenment. In much of the same way, the same story applies to Jesus Christ on that formulation. Now, for one, I could care less about Jesus Christ. He can sit and rotate for all I care. But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. But here it is. But what happens when that God doesn't help you? They always turn to a dark sorcerer or sorceress. Okay? And in that case, we're more than willing to help you for a price. Everything comes with a price, unfortunately, especially if it's utilizing our own personal time. It's not like something like this where it is an educational thing. It's free, it's out there, it's for everybody to enjoy, to learn from. But a personal ritual, being hired to do a job, that's something different. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, as I'm saying, I'm going to show you this. As I said, I am not going to show you the everything that I was doing up here because I've removed it all. Okay, I want to make sure which one is it? I think it's that one. Ah, there it is. All right, 100% volume. All right. Now, a lot of times when somebody gets into charging a totem, they either leave it underneath the moonlight for a full rotation, charging it not only with nocturnal energies, meaning solar, they utilize the elements such as fire, water, air, and earth. Okay? Just simple things. Pagans and Wiccans, they're notorious for the elemental chargings. Okay? Now, today we're not going to be doing the elementals. And I'll tell you why. It's been done to death. Seriously. And plus, it doesn't really last that long. Now, earlier in my last video, I mentioned dragon's blood. Okay. Dragon's blood incense, frankincense incense, and myrrh. Okay. $3. That's all you spend for this. $3 at Walmart. Okay. But tonight, we're utilizing sandalwood. Okay. Sandalwood is an herb. It is an incense that works great with spiritual beings of the Demerge, the demonic, the fallen angelics, and in some cases, even the Djinn. Okay. But it is also used within voodoo, voodoo, hoodooism, Palo Mayumbi, Quimbanda, and yes, even Santeria. All right. Now, these items here are already charging. Okay. The ones I just showed you, the altar coin, the crystal, and this thing, it's already been done. It's been charged fully. Okay. All right. Well, I did. You can't say I didn't give you the heads up, Bakel. I did tell you I've been doing a lot of ritual work here. All right. Now, here's the thing blood sorcery can play a huge part in a crystal, in any form of totem. Okay. Utilizing your own blood links this thing to you. All right. Now, what did I do with that? Ah, there it is. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. All right. Let me bring this down here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, you'll notice it's a small little thing. Now, a lot of people flee from any form of pain, okay? But you notice right here, right there, is a small little incision. Just enough to draw some blood, not too much, just a little bit, because you only need a little bit of a drop, okay? And I'll do that right now, okay? Now with this, a lot of time, it's a matter of putting it in your hands, like so, okay? Hold it over the portal. All right. Now, in this case, there's a lot of portals in this room. So I'm utilizing one in particular, the altar itself. In this case, the circle with the inverted pentagram. All right. The thing you want to do is find yourself in a nice, quiet, relaxed state. Learn to utilize the natural base currents that is forming within and around you. In this case, you're bringing it up from your feet, you're bringing it up into your torso, starting with the root chakra, and you're visualizing it as a volcano effect going up your spine, radiating from the heart chakra outward, and you're utilizing a being. Say, in this case, I'm going to be going with Set, the Egyptian devil. I'm going to be going with Hades, Hecate, and let's go with Hell as the dark gods and goddesses. For justice, we'll go with Osiris. We'll go with the Fates, the Furies, and that of the goddess of witchcraft, necromancy, ghosts, the underworld, and yes, justice. Lady Hecate herself. Justice, protection, power, protection, and justice. Okay? These are the three terms that we are going to utilize. Now, you notice just a little bit of blood, right? And all I'm going to do is link this item to myself through blood sorcery. Okay? Now, a lot of people believe that it is about sacrificing animals or that of another human being. This is not the case. In this case, you are utilizing your own blood. Okay? Because you want this to be linked to you so that anyone tries to do you harm or injustice, this is going to be a massive totem. Okay? It is going to be a power source connected throughout the universe, the dimensions, okay, the different planes of existence. But most importantly, it is going to be linked to you in this altar, in in your personal altar. Okay. In this case, it's going to be my altar. All right. Now, as I said in my last video, a mantra really works. So in this case, like I said, I've chosen three words. And I'm going to be focusing my will, my intent, and most importantly, my energy into this stone. The skull is an ancient symbol of spiritualism, so it is a natural link to all multiverse. Power, protection, justice, power, protection, justice, power, protection, justice, power, protection, justice. All the forces of the underworld, hear this call, the will of the practitioner, the sorcerer. May all afflictions be healed in the river Styx. May all iniquity and injustice be weighed upon the scale of Osiris. May the justice of Hecate herself be administered through the Furies, the Fates, and the Gorgons. May Set's rage set ablaze the justices that are not found. May all those who do us wrong, to do me and my family and my kin wrong, be fed upon by the hounds, the black dogs, the zombie, the ghoul, the wraith, the lichen, and the vampire. Power, protection, justice, power, protection, justice. May Lucifer, Phosphoros, himself, the morning star, reveal the treachery of those who seek to do me, my family, and my kin wrong. And may those demonic that emerge seek justice on our behalf. Power, protection, justice. May the infernal black flame, the abyss, the desire and the need, the void, be reached in the blood of lineage, of kin, of the river Styx. The will, the passion, the desire, and the need. I cast this spell through the need. May the light of Lucifer charge this with solar energy, with nocturnal energy. May the spirits bless this totem, consecrate it, sanctify it, and bless it. Power, protection, justice. May the fates show no mercy. Find the enemy guilty. May the fates show no mercy and administer justice in the name of Hecate, with the wrath and the chaos of Set. May their souls find their way to hell, to the dominion of the goddess of the Norse. Hell, punish them as Hades does. Like hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Hell has no fury like a sorcerer scorned, or a sorceress. I mark this bag with the blood of the sorcerer. And now that all that is done, when you feel that connection, when you feel that link has been established between you and that totem, you can bless it in many, many different ways. You can utilize any form of language or runes. It does not matter. In this case, I use the image of what's going on in my life and that of my family's. And I established it into that totem. I put my will, stated my intent, made the connection through the image, put my ka, my soul, my energy into it, and I've charged it up utilizing the demerge from various different cultures. And I'll probably do that again in a few more different names. Perhaps some ancient gods like, say, Pazuzu, perhaps Volak, Moloch, maybe Emma Iman, maybe Abaddon, Alistar. Who knows? I may call on quite a few at a later time to recharge this and make it even more. But while I was holding it in my hands, I felt the temperature change. The weight disappeared and it became weightless. You will notice in the alchemy of the soul transference, the energy transference, when you do something like this, you are changing its alchemy structure, its basic chemical structure, and you are rebuilding it and reshaping it for your own use. Earlier, I had blessed this. Earlier, I have used this. A lot of people will tell you that you cannot do something. I'm here to tell you that if there's a will, there's a way. The more you put into your sorcery, the more you're going to get out of it. Let's see here. Notice there's a lot of some Let's see here. Okay, there's Jack. Hey, John Saunders, my brother from another mother. What's going on, my friend? And Kyle Morrison. Huh. Never took the Roku approach. But then again, I'm not one for technology. Downright despise it. I only use it to do these lessons and commune with my kin. All right. Well, Beckel, what I can tell you is that if you want to use this approach, feel free. Or you can experiment and see what works for you. Because not every path working, not every method will work for everybody. There's a lot of different styles out there. I would recommend Raymond Buckland, for an example. His book on spiritual communication. Um, Christopher Penziak, even utilizing that one. His books. What is it? The Inner Temple of Witchcraft, the Temple of Shamanic Witchcraft, and the Temple of High Witchcraft. Those three books by him, I would recommend. Not only that, but also the book Ascension Magic by him. You could also use The Witch's Shield by him. Now, personally, one of the best sources that I've come across is from the Slavic witchcraft tradition, and one of these, I recently got a book in hand that came to me about a week or so ago, and I've been reading it and studying it, and it really does work. Her methods are from a long hereditary line of witchcraft practitioners. It's family-based witchcraft. Okay, she knows her shit, and she's down to earth and gets right to it. She cuts right through the red tape. Felith, what's going on, my friend? It's been a while. Hope you're keeping those horns up high, because I know John Saunders is. But you notice right there, that's all I utilized. Just a small little incision, just enough to draw blood, but not enough to harm yourself. And earlier I mentioned Sorceress Cagliostro, the necromancer, her books, The Blood Sorcery Bible, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, Volume 1 deals with a lot of what a necromancer can do and utilize. Okay, why we're associated with the Da'ath essence, the death essence, the current of death. Okay, more so why we take positions such as morgue technicians, funeral home directors, grave diggers, and yes, ordained ministers, because we're drawn to death. Okay, so, and these are just some of the jobs that necromancers and black magicians can take. Okay, because it helps stay around the spiritual communions. Now, here's the thing. What I just did here is a simple incantation that anyone can do. As I stated a few videos back, you have to know how to do it. There are 4 steps to any spell casting. And in this case, it's quick, precise, and to the point. Now, with the incense sticks, you take 1 stick of dragon's blood, 1 stick of myrrh, 1 stick of frankincense, and you can go around your home to every entrance and window, vent, door, archway, inside and out. That's if you can do the outside. But if you're on the second floor and above, and you can't do the outside, don't worry about it. Just do the inside. Okay. And you can do whatever mantra that comes to mind. For example, an inverted pentagram, as you're doing it, in nomine dinastity satane luciferi excelsi, hail Satan. Okay. And then just go to the next section, and the next, and the next, and the next. Now, Wiccans and pagans, on the other hand, will actually utilize a bowl of water, a bowl of sea salt, a bowl of, well, actually, they wouldn't use the last bowls because the fact that one is a feather, which represents the air. Another one is candle flame, okay, representing fire. And they'll take one at a time into a room and bless it. They'll do every room, and then they'll do the same thing, and they will leave one window open or one doorway open for whatever bad mojo is in there that wants to get the hell out. Okay. Now, obviously, this room is fully secured on all four sections. Okay. Not only in the cube effect, okay, but it's got portals on every wall. All right. It's protected on every wall. I have one door that comes in and out. I don't give two shits if an angel of God is in here or not, because that God can sit and fucking rotate for all I care. I What's that old saying? When a demon farts, an angel loses its wings. Yeah, bring on the gas. But you know what I mean. I don't care. I will utilize that energy as a vampiric creature. I will siphon its energy and I will put it towards the working. Okay? But for the beings that I work with, I am completely loyal to. I have complete trust and faith in them. But for the enemies, spirits, I don't care. What I would recommend, Kyle, if you're going to go that route, go with Dead Sea collection. Activated charcoal mineral bath salts. Okay? Very, very powerful. It's almost crystallized. Okay? Another way to go is go to Hobby Lobbies. Okay? In the arts and crafts section, Kyle, black sand. Okay? Works marvelous, especially if you're going to do a curse or a hex utilizing a stone or any form of spiritual working that deals with summoning for destruction ritual purposes. All right. And the one thing you'll notice about me is that if I'm talking to a Christian, I will utilize Christian terms. If I'm talking to a pagan, I will talk to you as a fellow pagan. As a Satanist, obviously, I will talk to you as a Satanist as well, because I am a traditional Satanist, medieval practitioner of Satanism and necromancy. Okay? Ooh, that's actually some powerful stuff right there. That's actually a natural occurring mineral that can actually be broken down, dried out several times over, and strained to the point of powder. Just make sure that you don't do it, make it too fine, because if you do, it will basically fall apart in your hand. Let's see. Indeed, it does. and is. So, I mean, there are many, many different methods that you can utilize for the purpose of consecration, of talismans, of amulets, of totems. And it comes down to what you as the individual desires and wills for that item. Okay. You can even call upon, yeah, let me see here. I'm going to utilize this here real fast. And I'm going to close this, namely because of the fact that what's in here, I do not wish anybody else to see. So I'm going to just show you the box itself. All right. In necromancy, this is known as a spirit box. Okay. It is the house of a spirit that wishes to work with you. All right. Now, in alchemy, this symbol here is the ancient earth symbol. Okay. It is a very old alchemical symbol for earth. All right. Now, in Palo Mayumbi, you have a little thing called the Nganga. Okay. And it is a cauldron that has been made into a spirit house. It is a spirit that has been given to you. It is the one spirit that you are dedicating your life to serving. Okay, much like a servitor, a golem in Jewish mythology, a zombie who serves the Boko or Bokor in Voodoo, Haitian Voodoo to be precise. Okay, the vampiric, the lick or leech. Okay, the master and the student. Okay, type effect. Same thing can occur within any tradition. A stone, a totem, or an amulet is just another formulation of this. The only difference is that if you're going to be utilizing a totem that is attached to a spirit, such as a malevolent being, such as a, oh, I don't know, let's go with a demon for an example. Okay. A demon that wants to work with you will enter that place and live there to help you along your personal path. All right. It's another way for you to charge an item up. Any form of ritual work, it does not matter the tool. It could be an athame. It could be a wand. It could be a spirit stick. And it could also be a skull. It could be a sigil, perhaps even a warning sigil symbol. Okay, runes, alphabets are very notorious in old traditions that are used for warding, seals, summonings, invocations, protections. Okay, just some of them. For an example, this symbol here is an alchemical symbol for change. But if you look over here, this is the celestial symbol for possession. Go up here, you have the voodoo symbol of possession. Okay? And everywhere else, you have spirits such as Lucifer, Beelzebub, Astaroth, Asmodee. Okay? Maybe even Lilith, Pazuzu, whatever being that you work with or type of being that you want to work with, be it the Ugan, the Loa, the demons, angels, it doesn't matter. The personal sigils of these beings is enough that you can sit there and concentrate and exchange energies with them. Okay. Especially if you utilize invocations or evocations. Okay. And when you learn that ebb and flow, technique of allowing them to come and go as they please from within you or even from your altar. Okay, when you learn the pentagram itself, the 5 pillars, okay, the 5 points are just the outside portion of it. Inside, you got another five. You have 5 X's, 10 points in the circle of empowerment. Some refer to it as a circle of protection. It's not protection, it's power. Black magicians know this because we sit there and we invoke and we invoke, we evoke, we evoke. We work with these spirits. We come to trust them, to get to know them as they to us, and they share their knowledge. Herbalism is something that I would recommend you get into as well because salts, such as sea salt, okay, is another method of protection. You can sprinkle it around the foundation of your apartment. You can make any kind of symbol, talisman even, okay, an amulet. Hang them up on walls. Put parchment paper up there with sigils, wardings, whatever the working that you're doing or whatever you're in need of. These are just some simple techniques that you can utilize wherever you are in the world, day or night. These are things that a lot of pagans and Wiccans won't teach you because they believe in the threefold law of return, the whole karma thing. Black magicians, we don't care about karma or what's right or wrong. For us, it is one thing: responsibility to the responsible. It is a matter of power. Who has it and who doesn't? Okay? When we do stuff like this, there is a purpose behind it. It does not matter if it is a curse, a hex. It doesn't matter if we've been hired to do a job for somebody. It is what we do. And that power, that is what the white lighters fear. But you also want to be careful that you don't get sucked into scammers. Scammers such as these Illuminati wannabes. They're coming out of the woodworks just to gain attention. I say give it to them and let them move on. It won't even be the attention that they're seeking. Or you can just block them, one or the other. Doesn't matter. But when you do ritual, the one thing you want to do and make sure to do is to have respect. The inner sanctum, there needs to be no doubt, no hesitation. The outer sanctum is where you prepare. You get your mind ready. Mind, body, soul, spirit. Each one aimed at a single task, a single goal. And that goal is that need, that drive of what you seek. Go down to Colombia, South America. You'll see politicians utilizing black magic. Go to Haiti, you'll see the same thing. Mexico, every back alley and shop, there's practitioners that are willing for a price to perform a spell. Hell, even the Vatican has been known to do it. But that was back in the day when they actually had balls. But you see my point. Respect the gods, respect the demons, the angels, the loa, the ugan. Build up that trust in that relationship. And when you do a spell, have no doubts, no fears. Otherwise, because if you do, it won't work. It's like being an atheist and a Satanist at the same time. It cancels each other out. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in magic. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this or that. Then why the hell are you calling on them, you dumbass? That's the point. There's so much duality, so much stupidity out there. Everybody trying to compete. It's not a competition. It's not about how fast you can get from point A to point B and back to point C, the starting point. It's about your personal journey. It's about your personal path and where the magic takes you. Plain and simple. And with that said, I want to thank all of you who have took the time to come join me this night. I hope you have learned a lot. I hope it's been educational. I hope that you go out and check out the references that I've made. And I hope that if you need something or you have any questions, that you can reach out either on my Facebook page or here and just ask. I'll make myself available to you. And if need be, we can do a consultation. All right? So, with that said, have a good night. Keep those horns up high and give them hell.